Welcome to a new episode of Short Comic Introduction. Today is a little bit special because I don't want to look at a specific comic. I want to create a little segment I want to call Webcomics We Lost. What does this mean? I want to take a look at webcomics that went down, that just stopped or went on hiatus for over a year, and we don't get any information, or if something else happened that will take down, or different kind of things. So this won't be a regular section. I will do it from time to time. I will take 4 comics I personally found and we'll talk about them a little bit, but not in full length, but more just what happened. Did we get something? Some information out of it? Why it happened? Or is there a chance that we will see continuation? And some like this. And one thing I mentioned, I will leave the links below if they're still active, because I still think some of them are, even if we don't get an end, are still kind of interesting to read. And let's get started in some way. So again, what does it need to be on this list for me? Like I said, the comic had to stop somewhere, meaning the comic just stopped. The creator never gave up an update, never said what happened. The creators just disappeared. The comic was put down, so you can't even find the webpage anymore, and or just went on a hiatus that went a lot longer than planned, and we still don't get an information when they will come back. So does this mean all these comics are lost? No. Like I said, some of them can come back, and that's the first part I have to admit. When I made this list, or the first 4 comics for this list, one of the comics I wanted to talk about was called The Night Belongs to Us by L.R. Hale. She went on she just disappeared a year ago. The comic went down, and not down, it just didn't update anymore. She didn't update anywhere. She just disappeared. This happened the year before, but there were still small updates. We always knew that she was there, but she didn't want to draw her comic and continue it. But a year ago, she just vanished. Nobody knew what happened. No new updates on her social media. And I really like this comic. And I thought, okay, then this will be one of the 2 I want to tackle in this episode. And believe it or not, 5 days after I made this list and planned to, or thought when I will do this one, there was an update on her page. And she said that a week after the update, there will be a new page up. And believe it or not, on the 1st of August, the comic continued. So there is a possibility, like I said, that some of these comics may or may not continue. But I think when the comics are over 2-3 years on hiatus, there is a slim chance that they will continue, and in some case you will see that I don't think they will come back in any way. So just to keep that in mind, even if I say they are dead or on hiatus, that doesn't mean to 100% that there won't be a continuation in any kind of way. But in some cases, when the author said it, then I don't think we will see anything about them again. Okay, so the first one I want to talk about, I have already mentioned. It's called Paradigm Shift by Dirk It. And this is one I have to admit, this is the one I'm really sad that this one disappeared. I did a longer video about this one where I talked about a little bit parallel to my Alpha Luna to the Alpha Luna comic, and this one is so sad because we have a talented writer, a talented artist behind it, and we had a great story, great pacing. It was just a fantastic read, and we were already in book 4, and 2014, 2013, 2014, the updates went very slow. There were fewer updates, and 2014 everything died. No more updates. There was no information what happened. We got the information a little bit later because he gave up. He said what happened, and the sad part about this one is that it's not that anything particularly happened, but he lost the fun drawing and writing this comic, and he phrased it very, very interesting. In his update, he put it this way, that people who know the movie Kiki's Delivery Service, he feels like the part where she lost her flight ability, and this is where he is standing now. He hopes that it comes back one day, but for now he doesn't think it will be back, and he's concentrating on other projects. So he's still kicking, he's still doing things. In 2016, I think, was it 15, 16? I'm not sure again. He also did for an art for an art project. He did a full color version of the second or third book, a whole page. He drew the whole cover again. And the way he wrote this part, you could feel that he's sad that this happened, and there is a part of him who wants to continue the story, but in the end he doesn't have the, or he doesn't feel like continuing it. So again, this is one I really hope will happen, but also on the other hand, I say, when he thinks there is no way he will find the fun continuing this story, then we should leave it in this case. And it's better than trying to force something out of it, and in the end you get a very, very bad example in this case. So yeah, again, really great comic that's really sad seeing go, but yeah, let's see what it happens. But this is just one of these examples. The second one is also a very long running comic in this case, over 1,000 pages. It's called Mystic Revolution by Djandora. This one I have started reading. I think when it went the 500 page mark, and I liked it. It was this kind of story about the virtual reality, virtual world, virtual game, or MMORPG, and the way the people act in there, but also some of the, let's say, politics behind it, about the administration and moderators. And I thought it was a really fun one, but at the end, something, I don't know, I had a feeling that she tried to force a quick ending in some way, but even that, she never reached that point. Somewhere between 2014 and 2015, the update slowed down significant. There were only a few pages, and then it stopped. It just stopped, but not without her posting some things about being sick and so on. And she said there will be a new update, but nothing happened. Her last update was somewhere, I think, in January, and then nearly a year later was the last update. This was in 2015, where she said that she's literally burned out in this case. She doesn't want to continue the story, and she just gave up on this one. Again, a very sad way to go, but again, like in the paradigm shift example, at least we know what happened. That the artist doesn't want to continue, and that they gave up. They really said what happened, and this is always something. To be honest, I want to. If an artist doesn't want to continue the story, there are two things I would love to see or love to hear. First, I want to hear them saying honestly, sorry readers, I can't continue, I don't want to continue, I will stop this project. And this is something both of them did. One thing I would love to see when someone stops their comic and know they maybe never will finish it would be great to have at least an ending in some way. Again, this is not in criticism. This is just something I wish the artists and creators would do in some cases. But I know some don't want to because they think to continue, and some didn't have written something in this case. I know some write and draw while the comic goes on, and some finish the whole writing part and then start drawing. And so I know it won't be it won't happen anytime soon. But it's something I would really love to see parallel, though, that not only we can have that we know that the artists are still there but they don't want to do that, but also to have a closure, to know how the story may have ended, even if it's just a small paragraph. But it would be great to have something like this. Again, no criticism, just it's the sad part of all these things. The next one that disappeared is called Djandora by Jeff Befrold. This one is a little bit different because this went on hiatus on 2014. The artist said that there will be a hiatus, in a longer one, but after the end point there was no continuation, and the artist is still active. Just to be clear, we know the artist is still active, and if you write a comment, normally you get an answer. So that means the artist is still active. The comic is still under work in some way. But as far as I have read, there are specific personal things, personal matters that come between continuing this really great, interesting comic about a mute who fights alone in this very interesting temple with golems and tries to survive, and this mystery about where these golems come from and why the character is mute and why this character seems to have killed his father. And it's again a really sad point to see this comic just stop with a cliffhanger even more. The chapter was finished, and it's still not going on for the time being, so it's now nearly 3 years, and I think that's why I thought this comic deserves a spot on this list. But again, a comic I really hope we get an answer somewhere in the future in some way. But for the time being, there won't be a continuation as long there are other things. And again, as always, I'm not saying the artist should work for his readers. No, every time the personal life always goes first. So before someone says, "Hey, you don't push these artists," I don't push them. This is just my way to let's say talk a little bit about these comics I think would have, or let's say it this way, I'm sad seeing not being continued. Yeah, I'm not saying I don't want to push the artists to come back. Yeah, it's just my way to work with this specific kind of theme. So yeah, just to know it before anyone tries to say something about this. The last comic I want to talk about, and this is one of the cases where I have absolutely no idea what happened. This one was called Thunder and Lightning, or TAL for short. And this one happened somewhere between 2013 and 2014. This comic went offline at one point. The answer was at that time that they forgot to renew their subscription on that site, and after I think a month or 2 months, it came back. So like nothing happened. There were still some updates after that, regularly updates. Then it stopped, and then the site completely disappeared. Nothing was. I couldn't find any information what happened after that point. You can find Twitter feeds, you can find Facebook feeds, but nothing after the last update. So nothing. I don't know what happened here. This was an interesting fantasy comic for many ways about a mage who somehow accidentally made a sentient being his companion, and a very interesting one, a very interesting art design, a very interesting color-wise, I have to say. But again, this one just vanished. I'm not sure if this had to do something with the name, because if you research Thunder and Lightning, you'll find some other comics and animation series that are called this way. But like I said, no idea what happened here. The updates just stopped without a warning, and just like that, it disappeared. First, I thought it was the same like some months ago before, where there was just a problem with the web page. But even after 3, 4, 5 months, nothing happened. The way the error message you got was always different. Then I think there was that you could buy the domain, but yeah, it just vanished. Nothing. I can't find anything. I don't know what the artists do. I don't know nothing about this one. This is normally the part where I say these are the saddest parts. If something just stops because you don't know what happened. Again, like the first one I said, The Night Belongs to Us, where L.R. Hale just vanished. You don't know what happened. You always sit there and think, did she really vanish? Happened something to her? What was the problem? Very personal problems. It's always good to at least know the artists are still kicking and still doing something. And in this case, again, nothing. I can't find anything. I check this. This is one of the few examples I check every time, every few months, but nothing. I really can't find it. If someone knows something, please, I want to know. Just comment or leave a comment down below what happened if you know anything about this one, because again, I just don't know. I just want to know if even if the artists don't want to draw it, I just want to know if they're still okay in some way. Again, it's not. I don't want to stalk them. It's just, when you follow someone and someone just vanishes into thin air, you always think about it. What could happen? Again, I don't know. I don't want to know their personal life history. The only thing I want to know if are they okay or not. If they're okay, then everything is fine. I don't want to know anything further. Then I know they just didn't want to continue what they started. And I'm fully okay with that when I know they're okay. They're okay out there. Yeah. So thanks for following this one. I know this is not the normal one where I talk a little bit more enthusiastic about these comics. It's just, like I said, it's my way to put an end to these comics in some way. That for me, I end this page and just move on from them in some case. and I have a lot of them. So you will see at least one or two other ones this kind of videos in the future. And again, I will leave the links from the comics that still work down below, because even if there won't be continued, like I said, they have a lot that's interesting to see, and like I said, maybe we will see an end to them in some way, even if it's just a paragraph. There will be one I will talk. I hope to talk the next time, where we got one sentence for an end, but yeah, that's for this one. And yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this one, even if it's a little bit more dark and sad than the other ones I normally do. And yeah, hope to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.